Mega Man 3 is a classic title. With its addition of the slide to Mega Man's arsenal, you can jump and shoot in a way never possible in Mega Man 2. But what if I told you we were going to try and play the game by jumping and sliding the least amount possible? This is Mega Man 3 Minimum A Press. We're going to be trying to play the game by pressing the A button the least amount of times possible. To achieve this, we're going to need to utilize a few of the game's tools. The most helpful thing we're going to be obtaining during this run is Rush Jet, which you normally get from beating Needleman. It can be obtained from Shadow Man by using a glitch, but it's more effective to get it from Needleman as this saves more A presses later. Thus, we're going to begin here. I'll be using save states during this run to demonstrate how this can be done most effectively, as some of these jumps are rather tricky. This is the first A press required in Needleman stage. This is the second. Number 2. Number 3. With this section out of the way, we can move on to this section, which requires a bit less A presses and is more easy to cheese with Rush Coil. This A press cannot be saved, as Rush Jet cannot bounce as far enough to reach this cannon. Number 4. This A press can be skipped by placing Rush Jet on the edge of this platform. This A press can also be saved by Rush Coil, as can this one. Some of these jumps are difficult to time due to the met positions. This A press cannot be skipped. This one can. This A press can be skipped, but since a Yambao appears at the peak of our jump, we must damage boost with the Met Bullet. Not that way. There we go. This A press is not avoidable. This slide A press is not avoidable, nor is that one. This one is also required, unfortunately. We must press A here to reach this ledge. We must press A to jump here and here. However, we can use Rush Coil to save this last jump. This A press is required. Two A presses are required on this screen to get to the next ladders. One A press is required on this final screen. Now, Needleman. He is very difficult to beat with this strategy, however a tactic in Mega Man 3 that I like to call pause dodging can help us a bit. We can actually walk up to Needleman and shoot him once right away if we're careful enough. I'll be slowing the game down to make this process a bit easier. By pausing at precise moments, you can actually avoid being hurt by Needleman's needles, because Mega Man's pause animation makes you invincible. I'm not sure if this has ever been discovered prior, as I've never seen anyone use this. It is better if Needleman uses his headbutt attack, as this is easier to dodge overall. Jesus. His AI can definitely be a bit relentless. This is definitely the most painful fight in this game. During this process, I also realized that the needle hitboxes are terrible. Eventually, he will hopefully give up shooting needles. There we go. For reference, this is the most amount of times I've ever seen him spam the needle attack. eventually it seems like he gets stuck in this sort of loop where he repeats the headbutt attack over and over, which is good for us because this makes him significantly easier to dodge. And after that long and horrible process, Needleman is finally dead. Next up, we'll be taking on Hardman for reasons I'll explain later.